pager.
No, you definitely didn't. Everything mechanical is turned off except for me.
I think there's someone in the hallway.
Of course there's somebody in the hallway. It's a hospital.
Right, the one I'm chief of staff of.
It's a temporary title. Unlike that of Mrs. Patrick Drake.
Given that was completely sexist.
Is this how it's going to be around here now with you in charge?
God, I hope so.
Hey, what's that?
I don't know. Christina and I found it in an old book. We're looking for poems for Sam and Jason's wedding ceremony.
Don't you think that's a little premature?
The writing's funny.
Oh, yeah? That's because it's Slavic.
Oh, cool. Can you read it?
I can. I'm not going to say it in Russian. It won't sound very good.
Okay, but do you know what it means?
Yes.
Then tell me.
It means something bad is in the air.
Wish I could have seen the look on your face when that ring slipped off her finger.
She's gonna find it.
You know what? I'm thinking I actually really like the one that you gave me.
No, come on. You don't have to wear that.
Come on, sure I do. It's very you. Very us. Unconventional. Which is exactly why I love us.
We need to have a conversation that is long overdue.
Jake?
You cleaned up your mess. It's best not to have a breakdown and leave a trail to follow. The wrong person might have found you.
Just leave me alone.
I just came to tell you that I spoke to Ethan, who happens to agree that Lucky investigating a narcotics case is about as smart as sticking a wet finger in a live socket.
If he said he can do it, he can do it. He's a cop.
Just like you think it's okay to be a nurse right now. This is the height of selfishness. Although it's really not all that surprising. It's the irresponsibility that's the real shocker. Do you want to kill somebody? Wasn't Jake enough?
I've been away. I think I've been to every medical convention on the planet. And I've done it to avoid going home to empty chairs around a dining room table at a place I used to call home. And then I've learned that there is another empty chair that my grandson would have sat in. A grandson I didn't know I had. And I will never know. And I gotta think, how did this all happen? Would I just turn around? I mean, and then I wonder, how did you let this happen, Jason?
Dante's coming back.
Oh, that young man is torn between occupational curiosity and an overprotectiveness toward you that he knows you don't completely accept. Oh, he's going to check as many corners of the house as he can before he's driven by his own boorish masculine needs to come back here and stand guard. If he's not distracted by one of the younger household mates.
He's not like that.
You have so much to learn about men, and I don't know why you haven't. You had the perfect example in your father. Then again, you had the imperfect example of your mother. But even she had enough, didn't she?
She loved my father and he loved her.
Oh, a lot of men loved your mother. Even my sons. And they're dead because of it. Your mother cost me 2 of my children. It seems high time that I got to even the score. Don't you think?
Nobody was supposed to know that Jake was mine.
But a lot of people did know, didn't they?
Yes, it was to protect everybody.
Well, Edward was spared. Tracy spared him that cruelty.
Oh, she shouldn't have said anything at all.
She shouldn't have had to. Look, Jason, I'm not here for retribution or anything. I really just want answers. Jake was, what, 4?
Yeah, he would have been.
I remember when you were 4. You were so busy being a boy. And Alan could make you laugh like you wouldn't believe. You were kind of shy around me, but once you did start to talk, you opened up and there was no stopping you. And then I lost that little boy. And then I lost the bigger boy in a car accident when you changed and you left the family and became a different person. And I'm not trying to be cruel, Jason. I just want you to know what that loss meant to your father and to me.
I know. I thought I was doing what was right for me.
Really? Giving Michael to Carly and Jake to Elizabeth without any choices?
I thought I was doing what was right for them, too.
Well, what about what was right for us? What about us making some decisions? What right do you have to do all that? If you want to make life and death decisions, you should have become the doctor you set out to be, not whatever it is you are now. Maybe if you had done that, Jason, maybe we wouldn't be mourning the death of a little boy.
I want a delivery schedule on the Corinthos Morgan coffee business. I want you to keep tabs on all the trucks and the deliveries. Yes. While you're at it, keep tabs on my father, too, will you? He's been doing a lot of running around, and I don't know what the hell he's up to. Hey, and if I find out that he's paying you off to keep quiet, you'll be wearing your tongue for a necktie in an open casket. We clear? Good.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I know it's late, but I need a favor.
The memory of what happened to Jake tortures me every single day. I don't need you to stake my feet over the flames.
And get help. Professional help. Unless you think that the more you unravel, the more of a chance there is that Lucky's gonna come running to your rescue. Or maybe you want to sink so far down that there is no getting up.
Why would I do that to myself?
Maybe you think that if you can't hold on to Lucky's heart when you're alive, you'll haunt it when you're dead.
Would you stop inviting trouble?
definitely did.
I am so in love with you. I'm so satisfied and so lucky right now. You in that little pencil skirt. I could get used to you being chief of staff.
You like it, huh? Well, don't get too used to it. It's temporary, remember?
I could petition for a continuance.
Okay, I have to get dressed. I have to get back on the floor.
No, wait a second. Now, we said we were going to have a picnic. So a picnic we are about to have. There's flowers. Here's a blanket. And my lovely wife, hospital's best food.
Wait. Hospital food? Really? Hospital food.
Kathy down at the cafeteria is an old friend of mine. So I asked a little favor, and she put together all your favorites.
Well, that is a stress considering that hospital food falls into two separate categories, edible and barely edible.
These are the top 7 things that you pay for when you're walking through line, but you don't know what they are. You are going to have to guess what they are, just like all the other patients here.
This is so silly.
I like being silly.
Well, we're also doctors at this hospital.
Doctors like being silly when they're in love with their wives and they work too much. You ready?
No.
No, listen, don't fight it. You're gonna have to guess what this is. Now, don't look. Close your eyes. Open up. Come on, bear with me. Open up. Just a little bit. You can do it.
Nervous. Ugh.
Come on.
Okay, that is the worst
Section.
whatever it is that I've ever had.
That is true, but we're gonna have to raise the stakes a little bit here.
Meaning what?
Meaning, we're gonna play for something.
Something.
Yes.
Like me putting you back on surgical rotation?
You know, you're taking all the fun out of this.
I'm starting to see that you have an agenda.
Okay. I really wanted to make love to you on a blanket in the park like crazy teenagers.
And schmooze me into giving you back your surgical rotation.
Well, don't I get points for being creative at least?
Come on. You're asking for favoritism because we're married.
No, I'm not. I'm asking to spend a little bit of time with my wife. And my respect back as the hospital's top surgeon.
One of the top surgeons.
Robin, I love kids, but you got me swabbing tonsils in the children's ward. That is not my specialty.
Sometimes you're the quarterback, other times you're the water boy. That's how it works.
Okay. Well, I will carry a pail of water if you win the game. Of course, if you don't think you can, then that's a whole other issue.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, really?
Really.
Okay. So we're on.
We're on.
Wow.
Give it to me.
May the best mystery meat win. Close your eyes.
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. I know what you get if I lose, but what do I get if I win?
Something bad's gonna happen now?
No, nothing bad is gonna happen. It's Olga. She wrote that. She was our cook in Greece. She's from the Ukraine. She used to tease Stefan and me when we'd come into the kitchen after she knew that we had done something bad.
And she'd say this?
She'd say that, and then she would say, "My thumb was itching, now here's trouble scratching."
Like in Shakespeare. In Macbeth. By the pricking of my thumbs.
Something wicked this way comes.
Hey, you shouldn't be here.
Against my better judgment, I wanted to talk to you about Elizabeth. She's very upset.
Did you talk to Ethan? Did you talk to Ethan about all this? Huh?
Yes.
You had no right to drag my brother into this just because you think I'm too weak to take on this assignment.
That's not why I talked to Ethan.
You shouldn't have talked to him at all, Siobhan. Just make up your mind. Whose recovery do you want to derail the most? Mine or Elizabeth's? Yeah, I brought you this. It's a picture of you when you were probably about Jake's age.
What's the yellow thing?
The yellow thing is the front of your very first bike. It had 3 wheels, and you spent every waking moment trying to get rid of one of them. Such a boy. But I guess you've carried that part into your new life.
I thought he'd be safer with Lucky and Elizabeth.
Well, what about Michael?
I mean, I helped bring him back.
Yeah, to Edward. For however that's going to last when so much has been lost already. So much has been lost. Look, I'm not done talking about this. I'm just done for now. I just wanted to get this much off my chest. Anyway, if you ever do want to talk, I know it isn't something you like to do, but if you ever should want to, I'm a really good listener.
You know my brother Danny had one of those big wheels? Yeah. He wasn't allowed to ride it in the house, though. And it's not like he was allowed to ride it outside of the house. He said he just rode it in the basement because that's where his mother made him stay. Anyway, he rode a ring into the floor, and he said it looked like a track. He said that made him happy. I'd like to think that it did.
This is me.
I know. I was listening. Or actually, correction, I was hearing. It's an occupational hazard being a private eye. Are you okay?
You were trying so hard to be like your mother, but you're not. No, your mother was the queen of adventure. You're trying to be Laura Spencer because you have no idea who Lulu Spencer really is, or what she really wants. And I could be wrong, but your posturing boyfriend, he might not leave you after all. You might leave him.
Your mind games don't work. We love each other.
Oh, please. Men don't love young women like you. They use them. Men are base at the core. Or they might gravitate toward you because they think they can balance their morality and be better men for it. But they're not. They're weak. And they don't pay attention to what they should. Do you know what your mother did with this dagger? She stabbed my son, my Stavros. And then she pretended to be broken. And she used his obsession with her. She stuck him one night and then she ran.
You were holding her prisoner.
No, my son was the prisoner. Both of my sons were prisoners. Oh, Stavros was so angry. More at himself than at Laura. He was still bleeding when he took her up the stairs.
I don't want to hear this.
It was the night that Nicholas was conceived, in a room right up above us. It seemed so fitting that a Spencer-Cassadine hybrid would be conceived in a trail of blood.
Why are you telling me this?
I suffered the loss of my children.
So what, you want my dad to suffer the loss of his?
No, I want the Spencers to suffer the loss of him.
Coming!
Of course.
If there's even the slightest chance that you and your father are involved in that drug thing at the hospital, my brother does not get whacked. I only took it on because... What the hell? Oh, are you playing games now? Go run into Johnny because I pretended to...
Pretended to be with Abby so I'd run off.
She actually came here to ask me to fire you.
Pretty unfair thing to say to me.
Is it? You trash Elizabeth at every turn, and now you're undermining my investigation.
My God, is that how you see it?
It's how anyone would see it. You don't like her. I get it. And you think this investigation I'm working on is going to throw Elizabeth and me together too much, and you're jealous. Let's just be honest.
Excuse me, your wife, for feeling a little wary and a little more than shut out by you involving your unstable, clingy, manipulative ex into some kind of narcotic sting.
You're just proving my point, Siobhan.
You and Elizabeth lost your child. I can only imagine how devastating that is. But there are better ways to deal with it than by falling into a familiar destructive orbit with each other.
That's not what this is.
I'm not alone in my opinion. That's why I went to your brother.
You should have done that.
Well, and I wouldn't have if I could have convinced Elizabeth to reason, but she's so damn defensive and possessive where you're concerned. We ended up getting into it again. Especially when she told me that she was behind what you were doing.
Elizabeth believes in me.
She's enabling you. And you're enabling her. And if you go ahead with it, you'll be the ones who'll derail each other, and it'll be one hell of an ugly crash.
I left the hospital so fast, I don't even think they knew I was leaving. I really should call them.
No, you just need to just sit down. Go ahead, sit down. What's wrong?
I shouldn't be here.
No, don't do that. You wouldn't be here unless you had to be. I'm gonna go get us some tea or something, okay? You want a glass of water or something?
I'm sorry. It just... God, this won't stop.
What? What won't stop?
The guilt over losing Jake.
What happened that night is not your fault.
I know, but why do I keep feeling like this? Why are other people making me feel like this?
Okay, what other people?
Lucky's wife?
And what did she say to you?
She said that I killed my son. And that I'm an irresponsible mother and a nurse and a human being, and that I'm happily marching around using the death of our son to lure Lucky into some type of love trap.
Come on, you wouldn't do that.
I know, but I tend to do really crazy things when I feel alone and lost. I did them with you, and now here I am again.
Oh, it's kind of my engagement ring.
You're getting married?
Here you are.
I have to check my messages.
No, it's impossible.
Just take a cold shower. Stop.
I don't understand. I mean, how did you get all those? The bread pudding tastes like beef jerky.
I do intend to collect on the bet.
And the egg salad, I've worked here for 5 years. I didn't know that was egg salad. It tastes like tuna salad.
I repeat, we will settle up later.
Wait a second. There's something fishy going on here, and it's not the egg salad.
Full disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kathy in the cafeteria, she still has it in for you. Do you remember her sister, Patty, in pediatrics, the one you dumped? Mm-hmm. So she told me what the deal was and gave me a full culinary cheat sheet.
Wow. That's cheap. You forfeit. I win.
You mean you get what you want?
It's best for the patients, Robin.
Balance is what is best for the patients. Look, I love that we challenge each other, okay? It's part of who we are. But for however long I have this job, I'm going to take it very seriously. There are problems here that I genuinely want to fix. And sure, we're going to bump heads, but better than that than put ones down that are already there. Come on, I need this to be a team. Will you be a part of this with me? I need you. Please?
But when you say it like that. that thing I put up for collateral?
I still intend to collect.
Put it?
Don't think you're gonna bribe me into changing your sheets.
That girl likes you. All right? And I know she's young, but at least she's copping to it, which is a lot more than you could say. I know you like her, but you're hiding it. You got a real problem on your hands, and I don't want it to be a problem on my hands, all right?
Fine.
Oh, and Ethan, you're fired.
Look, I appreciate your intentions, but what were you thinking? What are you doing here?
You try so hard to pretend that you don't care about anybody. It's like you're trying to be your father, but you're terrible at it. You do care. You came storming in caring about Lucky, and you care enough about me to push me away. But I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, you are. You are going home. Come on. Get up. Come on. Come on. Oh, hey. You okay?
It's just a head rush, I think. Hey, and even when you're mad at me, you still care.
Yeah. There's this other ring, though, a nicer ring. And, anyways, I think there's a pretty long, funny story. I will, probably save that for another time. Yes, we are getting married. Just happened, and we haven't really told anyone yet.
Wow, that's wonderful, you guys. Congratulations. Okay, now I really feel like I'm intruding.
No, please, you're not.
I really need to stop leaning on all the men in my past, all my kids' fathers. That sounds really bad, doesn't it?
Elizabeth, please don't let other people define who you are and label you and judge you, because then it happens so much you start judging yourself. I mean, I know we've all done things that we would like to go back and redo in a different way. We can't. We've got to take responsibility when the responsibility is ours to take. And from what I know and what Jason believes, you are not responsible for Jake's death. And yes, we lean on places that we know will hold us up, and that's why you're here, and I understand that. Okay?
I don't know why, but that really
helped.
Yeah.
Because it's true. You know, it's actually better you heard it from Sam instead of me, because you expect me to take your side.
Not if I'm in the wrong.
You're not.
Tell Sam I said thank you.
Okay, you don't have to go.
I do. I keep telling myself that I'm not going to do this, and yet here I am.
Just, we have a connection. It's just the way it is.
It was so much more than that. Congratulations, Jason.
Okay, so that's probably one of the things I will think back on and want to redo about the engagement. It just slipped out of my mouth. I'm so sorry.
No,
I
it's
can't
fine.
believe I did it.
What you said after actually helped.
Yeah, but she came here to see you.
But it's Elizabeth who she has to find again. You know, the person she used to be, and I'm pretty sure she can do it. Not all of us can.
That's your big victory? To take our dad away from us and think you can control him? You won't.
Oh, well, no one controls Luke Spencer, not even me. And I'm not looking to. No, I want to help liberate Luke from his family ties. And he will be so grateful. Gratitude always begets more sway than control.
You okay?
Well, he's more predictable than I thought. You stay. You stay and greet your father, and let him reject you. The sooner he's free of you, the better.
Sorry, I got lost in this place. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, it's fine. We were just talking.
Talking, huh? Look, why don't we go now?
No, give me some time. I'll make my dad listen to me.
You still don't even know if he's coming.
She's convinced that he is. He'll be here. There's nothing to worry about. They're just silly words.
Yeah, but even mythology is based in fact.
Honestly, honey, it's just a saying from a superstitious old woman who was trying to get two unruly kids to behave. Actually, I'm surprised that Stefan brought his poetry books to Windermere. I'm surprised he kept them that long.
What happens when thumbs prick?
They itch and they ache. Does your thumb itch and ache?
No.
Are they good? Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
Okay, then I think we're safe. Okay, it's time to go to bed.
Okay.
You okay? Really?
Of course I am. It's just words.
Here at all. Is it? I think there's heat lightning. Maybe there's a storm coming. How are you doing?
I'm just, trying to get my mind back to where we were about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Looking ahead at what's in front of us instead of feeling loss and regret.
You know, I keep looking at this picture and
Jake, his motorcycle.
no, that and also, I mean, it reminds me that you have a motorcycle with even bigger tires, and you're allowed to go past the perimeters of this building. So, you want to take a girl for a ride?
For old time's sake.
Yeah, for that. And the boy in this picture.
Playing mind games? Why don't we go back to the cave and pack up our stuff so we can leave?
I want to stay. Is that okay?
I can't deny you anything.
I'll hold you to that.
As long as you hold me, I don't care.
Dante?
No. It's me.
What's up, player?
Hey, I was beginning to think you weren't gonna show. You're a hard guy to find.
I've been a hard guy to find for a stretch now. Pentonville, 3 to 7, possession.
I'm in good behavior.
Don't gotta be good no more. Strange thing is, I find myself back in possession. Funny how that works.
Yeah. It is. Listen, you got the same channels as Fix? I mean, he always had the best stuff. I need to know that what you've got is decent grade.
Cool. Yeah, here's what I'll do. My boy Fix told me that these are your favorites. Check them out. Let me know if the grade works for you. Hit me back, and I'll let you know how you can get some more. Cool?
Cool.
street looking up at them?
I came up here to be alone. Still looks like a long way down, though. I've heard enough from you for one day. Make that a lifetime.
Everyone's mad at me tonight.
What's it gonna take to make you go away?
You do realize that if one of us went over the edge, no one would believe it was an accident.